Hello, everyone. My name is Brodie, and I'm here once again with my friend Peter. Say hello.
Hello.
To discuss some fan fiction, but this time something's changed. Instead of doing a single franchise, we'll be touching upon two. That's right. Today is the first crossover episode.
Oh shit.
What are they? What is it? Crossover, Peter?
Crossover. A crossover is where two separate shows, animes, or anything really, and someone's made a story about both of those universes being in one.
They're meeting. It's characters, so you can
Yeah.
have a character shake another character's hand.
Mm-hmm.
Today we're doing Harry Potter and Fairy Tale, which you can tell from the title. And Peter, what are your familiarity with this franchises? We've talked about these before.
Yeah, we've talked about them before. I've read the Harry Potter books, and sorry, what was the other one? I blanked there from mental blank.
Fairy Tale.
Fairy Tale. Sorry.
How'd you forget? I ranted for 20 minutes.
I don't know. I just have a mental blank. And I've watched a lot of Fairy Tale.
No, you haven't watched all of it.
Not all of it. No, you've watched way more than me.
I've seen it all.
Seen it all. I haven't.
I'm waiting for the sequel so I can get mad about that too. Okay. I would like, but first, before we get into it, I'd like to remind everyone this will contain full spoilers for both series.
Yeah.
So, unlike every episode where you only spoil one franchise, we're going to be spoiling two.
Yep.
And maybe some of the stuff we talk about might not happen. I mean, I don't remember the part when Miss Umbridge got punched through a wall by Natsu. Do you remember that part of Fairy Tale? Do you remember that part of Harry Potter?
No.
Do you remember that part where the flying pink toad came through the wall because someone punched her?
Oh, what the fuck? What? No.
That'd be great, though.
She gets carried off into the forest by centaurs, and we don't know what happens to her. But
Hey, we know what happens to her.
Oh god, I'm guessing
We're
there's
still
some
allowed to
fanfictions.
mention on this PG channel.
I'm guessing there's fan fictions. What do you mean PG? Like one of the first things
We're
mentioned...
PG. We're PG now. I've censored all of the other stuff. You just haven't watched the video I put up.
I haven't watched.
Speaking of which, it's his fault. Episode 2 was delayed.
Yeah. Yay, my fault.
It's his fault. Okay. We'll start this like we start every other section.
Okay.
We're going to start with common trends and tropes for this crossovers. What do you expect from this kind of crossover?
To be honest, I don't know. I don't know what to expect. I'm just kind of curious to see what stories there will be.
Okay, the first trend is Harry, the Dragon Slayer.
Harry the Dragon.
Specifically, the Thunder Dragon Slayer.
Okay, because of the bolts.
Yes,
okay.
that's the joke.
That's
That's the reasoning.
okay. Okay.
How do you feel about this?
I don't know how to feel about this. I mean, I guess I see why, if they're gonna make a crossover, why would people do this.
Yeah.
But I'm just curious to see how it'd work out. Like, would Harry just become like
He's like God powerful.
like melee range type of
No, he's shooting out lightning bolts, which is actually pretty strong in the Harry Potter universe.
Mm-hmm.
If you got a ranged lightning bolt attack in Harry Potter, how many people would actually be able to take it? Voldemort could take it, but that's because he's immortal, so he's cheating.
I
Even
reckon trained auras and like skilled wizards.
Are you saying that a curse that can't block the abracadabra can block lightning?
I think it could.
Remember that scene from the fourth movie? Did it happen in the fourth book too?
Which
where,
one?
Where lightning strikes in the hall for some reason, even though the
What? I don't remember that.
that must have been a movie thing only because lightning struck in the hall at the start of the book and fake Moody.
Oh no!
Like he redirected the lightning with his staff, and you're like, wait a minute, that roof is illusionary. How did that happen?
That roof is illusionary. Whoever controlled it, I guess, was like, I want it to be thundery.
Yeah, but they hurt the students.
It didn't hurt any students.
It was going to until Moody stopped it.
No, yeah, you're right. Yeah, what the fuck was that?
What happened?
Now that you mentioned it, what
Did
the fuck was that?
I
don't remember it happening in the book.
It was Harry Potter the Dragon Slayer.
I honestly don't remember.
No, do you see what that's what's Harry Potter the Dragon Slayer. He was using his lightning powers to strike Moody because he could smell that he was bad.
He smelled that he was bad.
Okay, next trope. The 7-year vacation. What do you think this is?
7-year vacation.
Think about a very particular event that happens in Fairy Tale and what could happen in that time period.
Oh, you mean when they get trapped on that island and they come back and it's like, oh, years have passed?
Yeah, they got frozen in a rock for 7 years.
So is this like when, during that time period, Harry and co got transported to that world? Or something?
No, so instead of being just still for 7 years in the Boar Orb, they get sent to Harry Potter universe for those 7 years.
Oh.
So it's a 7 year. So it's a 7 year vacation.
Okay.
Okay. This is a 7 year vacation in Harry Potter world where they just ran around and did shit. That's how they... Because you got to come up with a reason why they exist. They can't just exist in the same world, Peter.
Yeah.
Can you imagine in a world where Voldemort could exist with people like Natsu running around? Can you imagine that?
I wonder how like the killing curse would work. Would it work the same way?
Could you block a killing curse with fire?
I don't think you would.
Could you block a killing curse with ice?
I don't know.
Because you could hide behind a rock and it block the killing curse, right?
Yeah.
So I guess ice would work too. Maybe it just depends on how strong the fire is.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one's my favorite. Oh yeah, before I forget, the 7 year vacation, there was one where it was just Natsu alone. A lot of these is Natsu. People like Natsu because I guess they can do whatever the fuck they want with him. Yes,
People
I see
like
it,
Natsu.
Peter.
Yeah.
Harry Potter reads manga.
He reads fairy tale, I'm guessing.
What do you think happens in stories like this?
He goes to a bookstore, probably finds manga and goes, "I want to read that." And
Yeah.
reads it. Okay.
But it's okay. So I brought up a trope that you probably think it's like Harry reading Harry Potter and reading in Harry Potter.
Yes, I remember that.
It's not like that.
No.
I've got a description because there's only like a couple like this.
Okay.
Harry inadvertently creates superpowers after reading fairy tale and being inspired by the character's magical abilities.
Wait.
He copies their magic, so he gets their powers. No, that's how it works. What are you doing?
What do you mean what we're doing? It just... I didn't. It's booting up, dude.
Okay. I'm just over there. Oh, what a fuck. Can you imagine if Harry Potter just got superpowers one day? Oh, he did. He did just get superpowers one day. He woke up one day and he was told he was a wizard.
Yeah,
and
he was like...
he got superpowers.
Well, no, he always had them. It's just like he always did things that he couldn't explain. Like when he...
You like shove a fat kid into a snake enclosure.
In the book, it was him and his friend.
Harry didn't have any friends.
No, not Harry's friend. Dudley's.
Oh yeah, he had a friend in the book.
Yeah, in the book, he has like the snot-rose, like Weasley friend who helps hold Harry while he beats him up.
Ron Chad. Remember Chad?
Yeah,
Ron Chad? Chad Ron.
Chadron.
Yeah. Natsu the teacher. Dumbledore hires Natsu for some... Could you
For
imagine,
defense against the dark arts?
Imagine Natsu teaching a class of kids.
For defense against the dark arts? For what?
Well, sometimes it's defense against the dark arts.
Like...
Sometimes it's dragonology, because he's going to teach the kids about dragons. Because
Okay,
But imagine Natsu
Like-
being a teacher.
Weird.
Do you
Like,
think he could
this
do
is
it?
how you deal with a dragon. You fucking punch it. You use your fire
And
powers.
the worst part about it is he talks about his dragons, not the dragons they have in Harry Potter, which seem to just be animals. It's like his dragons can talk.
Yeah.
Okay. Reincarnation. This one's very simple.
Reincarnation. You
Yep.
say. Harry gets reincarnated in the fairy tale universe, or vice versa.
There are numerous stories like this. Apologies. Harry Potter and the Weird Guests.
For some reason, Natsu and Co come and visit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes they age down too, so they can be there for the whole thing.
As in, like,
Since book 1, baby.
Oh my god.
Can you imagine book 1 of Natsu?
That'd be weird.
Like,
Would
a, kid, like a kid Natsu? I've been saying that a lot lately. Can you imagine all this crazy shit that people have already written about?
Yeah.
Gender bender.
Gender bent Harry and Natsu and Co. Or, you know, everyone in either universe.
People get gender swapped
Yeah.
for some reason. I've got a particularly weird example. It's typically Erza that gets gender swapped for some reason. And sometimes Harry gets gender swapped too, and then they're paired together. And I have no idea why. But this is a weird one where Erza was gender swapped, changed into a male, acted exactly the same, and then was an interest for male Harry Potter. I don't understand.
I don't know either.
Like, what is the... Okay, I understand that people like reading yaoi. Like
Yeah.
reading and writing yaoi. But why would you change a female character? Keep all her traits intact, and just make her male.
Yeah.
I mean, Erza's not really a lady anyway.
Yeah, well, that's rude. Every person's different.
She punches people so hard with 4 cracks.
Yeah, everybody's different.
She hugs you and she bangs your head against her chest and armor. It hurts. You were actually Harry Potter all along.
What? What?
Where Dumbledore, it's an example where Dumbledore loses the Chosen One because they get stuck in the fairy tale world and they get their name changed for some reason. This happens. It's normally Rogue. Remember Rogue?
Yeah.
The Shadow Dragon Slayer. It's
I
normally
remember,
him because he has black hair and he could look like Harry Potter if you look. If you,
So I'm Harry.
If he were to move his hair up and he had a giant scar on his forehead, it'd be Harry Potter.
I'm Harry.
And there's some tropes that are carried over from the individual ones, which are very common in the individual franchises fan fictions, while also being extremely common in this.
Okay.
Namely, Harry Potter and his many mothers and fathers, which I've actually touched upon in the last episode. How that time Erza adopted Harry.
Yeah, I remember.
Female Harry specifically.
I didn't remember that detail.
Yep. Harry Potter and his many twins. He has many siblings.
I remember that.
And strong Natsu. Because for some reason Natsu is always super strong.
Yeah.
It's so weird reading a Fairy Tail X Harry Potter fanfiction before Fairy Tail ended and they didn't know how his new power set was going to work. Like, it was just announced he was a demon, but they didn't know what he was going to do. So they invented powers for him. It's pretty funny how everyone got it completely wrong.
He doesn't have any demon powers.
He doesn't.
That's.
Okay.
I feel like that's a wasted opportunity, but I understand why they wouldn't want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Peter, what's your favourite segment of this?
I don't know. I reckon I like hearing about the different stories and.
Okay. So why shipping is not his favourite? I still believe he enjoys it.
Certain ones, not many. I find that not many.
Shipping in this crossover franchise is pretty typical. Like, most of the ships are carried over. It's just the characters, many characters.
Okay.
Natsu's ex Lucy is still god pairing of all.
God
And Harry x Draco is still extremely common because that's the most popular Harry Potter ship. So instead of listing off the statistics of this, I'm just going to lift off some weird pairings that I found while looking around.
Okay.
First one, Loxus x Harry.
Okay.
Harry x Erza, which is actually pretty standard. You'd expect that.
Yeah, if Erza is gonna be in the story, I kind of.
Draco x Lucy.
Draco x Lucy? What?
Can you imagine that?
They would fucking hate each other.
They would hate each other. I don't think Lucy is into racists.
No.
Gargiel x Gladiola.
Gladiola. I can't remember Gladiola.
Gladiola is a gender bent Harry. That's her name.
What?
That's the name that the writer chose for gender bent Harry. Gladiola. Look at that. Don't believe me, it's Gladiola.
Okay.
There it is.
Why that name?
It's like Gladiolus, but Gladiola.
Gladiolus. Why does that sound familiar?
It's Final Fantasy.
Oh, you know, I'm not as big.
Yeah, but I was reminding you where it's from.
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
I wasn't going to got you. Rogue X female Harry with no.
Rogue. Okay.
Because they both have black hair.
Yeah.
Remember when Rogue and Sting were super popular?
Yeah.
I don't either.
What? I remember them being popular. What?
Did you like Sting and Rogue? I didn't.
I mean, they were just enemies, and then they're like, we're not enemies anymore.
They weren't even good villains.
No, because they just got their ass kicked.
They got,
Thoroughly.
They got their ass beat.
Very thoroughly.
They never stood a chance. And the final one is Hermione X Cobra. Why is that one killing you?
I don't know. It's just weird. It's just really weird. I don't know.
I can see it.
I don't get it. Snake Man.
Snake Man.
Snake Man. Snake Man.
Do you think
Hermione.
Cobra could beat the Basilisk?
Huh?
Book 2.
Sorry?
You remember the Basilisk?
Yeah.
Do you think Cobra could like look at it and he'll just get scared? Do you think Cobra is a parcel tongue?
I don't know. Well,
His name is Cobra.
I know, but the basilisk tongue. I don't know. Fucking the basilisk.
Yeah.
In Harry Potter, like with eyesight, like you're petrified. You're like killed. That was the thing in the second book.
Yeah.
So he
What an
could.
OP ability.
Huh?
Then you could just grab a rooster.
Yeah, but that's why the Tom Riddle had Hermione kill all the roosters on the grounds. That happened in book 2.
I think you meant Ginny.
Sorry, yeah, Ginny. Wow, I'm brain.
Well, that's it with shipping. If you have any more weird ships that you could think of that people would like, Peter, please speak up now before I move on to the next section.
I can't think of any off the top of my head. I'll come back to you.
Okay.
Come back to you.
First one. We're going moving on to some of the second to final segment.
Yeah.
Stories I may have or may not have read at one point or another. Now, originally I was going to include a French story.
French
story? Because ironically, I read that French story by putting it into Google Translate.
Oh,
Back
really?
when there were only 26 fairy tale fan fictions.
Oh, wow.
There's a lot more now. But I couldn't find it. It must have gotten taken down, and I was really sad. The first story is Professor Dragneel at Hogwarts by KiyoshiWakeshima. KiyoshiWakeshima. I can't pronounce that.
Yeah, that's fine.
It is important to fight and keep fighting, for only then can evil be kept at bay. Though never, let me finish. Though never quite eradicated. Remember that, Harry. I will. Thank you, Professor Dragneel.
Oh my god.
What would happen if Natsu were asked to come to Hogwarts? Read and find out. While it is warning, spoilers for the Tartarus arc and onward. It's rated K+. It has a Natsu x Mira Jane fan pairing, which is very unusual, as we discussed in the fairy tale episode. It's very rare. It has 492 favorites, so people like the story.
People like the story.
And there's over 60,000 words. Peter, did I read this?
Yeah, I reckon. Oh, I reckon you'd read this.
Yeah, I read it.
Yeah.
It was shit.
It was shit.
No, it was fine. It was fine. I didn't like very certain parts of it though. I found it very amusing. This is like the story I told before, where they didn't know what Natsu's demon powers were, so they just made up that he was covered in darkness. And then he fought a Horntail. Remember the Horntail?
I do remember the Horntail.
Natsu would kick that thing's ass in like one punch.
Yeah, because it's just a beast.
This is a problem with some of these crossovers. Like if you cross anime over with anything else, it's either a stomp fest because the anime characters just fight all the time mostly.
Yeah.
Because there's just some fandoms where you just can't have a character that's super strong.
Nah, because it breaks a lot of things.
Like, can you imagine?
Because everyone's still mortal in Harry Potter.
Like, can you imagine if Natsu got thrown into the Hunger Games?
He would win so fucking fast.
Won!
What, like, you know that start where they all drop at the same and they have to like separate?
He would have just set himself on fire and then a giant nuke exploded. I can't stab Natsu. Why isn't it working? Because your sword is melting before it touches him. Remember that part of Fairy Tail? Oh, wait, you didn't get up to that
I
part.
don't think I got that.
Where Natsu's presence, he walks into an arena and melts all the clothes off everyone in the audience.
What?
He's so fucking OP.
What?
Oh.
Are you kidding me?
Look, man. I'm not kidding you.
Oh my god.
The Fifth House. This is the next one. The Fifth House by Epic McQuack. 42.
That's where this is going.
AU. Fairy Tale is the fifth house of Hogwarts. How much chaos, mayhem, and destruction can one house cause? Why does Snape hate confetti? Why does Loxus have nightmares about dog piles? Why is there an Umbridge-shaped hole in the wall? What will Malfoy's father be hearing about? Read to find out.
Fucking hell.
Contains concentrated awesomeness, cartoon violence, hilarity, and teensy tiny baby problems.
What? As in, like, slice of life kind of problems?
I guess. I mean, you can't really have a threat with not Fairy Tale.
Yeah,
Harry
I guess
Potter.
so.
It's rated K+, which is like not teen, it's just below
Kids,
it.
yeah, kids.
English, humor/friendship, 5,000 words, and it has 100. It has 92 favorites.
Okay.
Did I read this one?
Yes.
No.
No, you didn't read it.
I read the first chapter. I hated it.
you did technically read a bit of it then.
It's like it's 3 chapters long.
Oh.
It's 5,000 words and 3 chapters long.
Oh, you only read a third of it. That's
okay.
That's still a fair amount.
Erza Potter. Oh boy. But FunahoMisaki. Or Misaka. Yeah, it's Misaki. What if instead of Erza raising Fem Harry, Erza is Fem Harry?
What?
Abandoned by her parents for her brother, Harry Potter and his many twins.
Yeah.
Who was wrongly declared the BWL,
The BWL?
boy who lived.
Ah.
Erza was taken to the Tower of Heaven and then to Fairy Tale. But now the wizarding world is back for her. The thing is, she could care less about most of them. Strong female Harry. Fem slash. AU. Out of characterness. Select Weasley bashing.
Select Weasley?
Potter bashing. This story is rated T for teen. Humor slash drama. Harry Potter X Kana. 6 chapters, 7,000 words.
Harry Potter.
It has 850 favorites. It's the most popular of these so far.
Oh wow, yeah.
850 favorites. Did I read this one?
Yes.
No.
No,
I
damn.
didn't read this one.
I'm just saying yes to these. Because a lot of these just sound like something I feel like you would.
Would you read these?
Out of sheer curiosity, and then if it was really, really bad, or like bad that was funny, I would keep reading. But if it was like just not funny bad, I wouldn't. I'll just read maybe like one chapter or two. I don't know. How much it took for me to endure it?
What? I have no idea what you just said.
How much it would take for me to endure
It's only 6
reading
chapters.
if it was bad?
It's only 6 chapters, 7,000 words. Last updated in 2014.
2014.
4 years ago.
Wow. Maybe is it finished?
I doubt it. Next fanfiction. Fleeing Light by Dragon King, not Dragneel. Dragon King Dragneel 25. Wonder which part of the franchise this is. Don't look at the screen. You're cheating! You're cheating!
I'm reading the name.
Yeah, but never mind. It doesn't matter. When
He's got a laptop up next to me, and he's.
When Harry and Hermione overhear Dumbledore and Molly Weasley discussing their plans together with Sirius and Remus, they attempt to leave England for good. They get thrown into Magnolia right in front of Fairy Tale. But when their past comes back to haunt them, will they be able to stand up to Dumbledore on hiatus? It's rated T for teen. Adventure slash friendship. It's Harry slash Hermione. 10 chapters, 62,000 words. 1,300 favorites.
Oh wow!
It was the last update of 2015.
A lot of people like it.
No, this is the new most popular. Did I read this one?
I'm going to say yes.
No.
No, fucking hell. Yeah, all of these so far have been no, pretty much. The first one was a yes.
I read a lot of Fairy Tale X Harry Potter fanfiction. I just didn't bring a lot of them up.
Yet.
We're up to the final one.
Okay, maybe you didn't read.
Now, Peter, what do you think of this so far?
Out of all of them, you mean? Or like, did you...
Yeah, which one of these sounds the best to you so far? 'Cause
I kind of want to read the Natsu is the teacher one, or the
well, there's
house.
several for you, and some
Oh,
of which I
God.
have read.
Oh,
Well, I did read that one. There was one where he got stuck in a crystal for 700 years.
what?
He got stuck in a crystal for 700 years, and then when he got out, he got made teacher at Hogwarts. And then
Okay.
Lucy showed up one chapter inexplicably, and it turns out she became Celestial Spirit to wait for Natsu to get out of an ember. And they're married.
Oh, okay.
It's
It's
I don't want to say it's shit.
it's.
Please continue with your work. But seriously, man, get a life. Harry Potter and the Seven Reincarnated Spirits by Emma Iveli. It's spelled Iveli.
Iveli,
Iveli.
I guess. I'm not sure.
AU Multicross.
Multicross, as in like cross fanfictions.
The powers that have been decided. The powers that be decides to have 7. The powers that be decides to have 7 reincarnated girls and women from other universes protect Harry Potter.
What?
That doesn't make much sense. Read this. You read this one.
Okay. The powers that be decides
Yep.
to have 7 reincarnated girls and women from other universes protect Harry Potter. Okay. In reality, the power that be were just bored, and a couple of the ones chosen might end up destroying Hogwarts. But at least Harry is well protected. Maybe, hopefully, yeah. Please R&R.
It's a harem. You never harem.
I kind of like just reading.
Harry
I was
Potter
like,
is fucking harem of anime girls.
Yeah, my name's Harry Potter.
I'm not gonna have sex with any of them.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening at all.
It's rated T, so he's definitely not gonna have sex with any of them. It's a humor/adventure. 143,000 words.
Well,
and 251 favorites. It was last updated April of this year.
April of this year, wow. And recent compared to the others.
Did I read this one?
Oh. I want to say yes, but then you're going to say, no, I didn't.
No, I didn't. But,
see?
But, I have something special.
You read one of the, however many fan fictions we just talked about. And that was the first one.
I'm trying to find a list of what 7 girls were here. But there's no list. But I do have a list of the franchises this crosses over with.
Okay.
Harry Potter, of course.
Yeah.
Bleach. One Piece.
Okay.
Naruto.
Mm.
Fairy Tail. Nijima.
Nijima?
Madoka Magica.
What?
And Rama Half. Why is the world spinning? That's what it says here.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
What characters from each of these universes?
I'm trying to find a list. It doesn't say.
It doesn't say.
Why does it not say?
You reckon it would say, but
The Bugey fruit. What does that even mean? Do you know who Sally Ann P is?
No.
She's probably from Nejima. There must be a list here somewhere. Oh well, we'll just read the tropes page for now. One of the tropes is blonde, brunette, and redhead. Mami, Ino. Ino's from Naruto.
Yeah, I
Remember
remember.
Ino. Robin. Robin from One Piece. Momo from Bleach. That's such a weird pick.
That's a weird pick.
Who wants to fuck Momo?
Yeah.
Did you fuck Momo?
No.
Thank you. Yeah. And Erza. Can you imagine Harry Potter with Erza?
I mean, they've already made stories about it, and we've talked about it as well. Now.
No, like imagine like a young Erza running around.
Oh
Hogwarts.
no, that's weird. That you know those confrontations Harry has with Draco. A lot of them I feel like would just
She'd come in like fucking flying like a drop kick and kick him in the face. You my father.
Stop being a dickhead.
My father will hear about this. Says Malfoy. She says, "Fuck you." She just throws a sword at him.
Fuck one's sword.
She would totally be in Gryffindor.
Yeah, that'd work if they existed in the Harry Potter universe. Well, in these, they do.
What house would everyone be in?
Depends for each, I guess.
Natsu's a Gryffindor.
Yeah.
Is Lucy a Gryffindor though? Is she a Hufflepuff?
I feel like she'd be a Hufflepuff because she's like very like spirited and caring, I guess, in terms of her character.
Grey would also be in Gryffindor.
Hmm.
Wait a minute, are they all going to be in Gryffindor?
I think the vast majority of them are
Would Loxus be in Gryffindor?
Slytherin.
He does have great ambition.
No, that because Slytherins aren't exactly evil. It's just that they're just very ambitious.
Time out. I'm not going to read this tropes page now. We're going to talk about other crossover things according to our minds.
Alright.
Grey's in Gryffindor. Natsu's in Gryffindor. Lucy's in Hufflepuff/Gryffindor. Erza's in Gryffindor.
Yeah.
Loxus is in Slytherin. Where would Mary Jane go?
I don't know. I can't. I don't remember much about Mary Jane anymore. Really.
Well, she's like a Two-Face. She's like one side is kind, and then she uses her powers. She's like a demon.
Oh, I don't know.
Slytherin.
She's not ambitious though, is she?
Then again, you'd have to kind of be a kind of a jerk to be put in Slytherin.
Well, like I said, yes and no. Like, it's just you have to be ambitious. You have to be like a very driven person Doesn't mean you're
Yeah,
necessarily
but every
bad.
Death Eater is also Slytherin, and none of them are ambitious at all. Always they wouldn't follow Voldemort.
Well, they're in the they follow Voldemort because they want power, and also because they're scared shitless. That two things. I mean, what's it called?
Yeah,
Sirius's
but
brother
why
was.
would you
was
ever want to play second fiddle to anyone?
Because at the time he was the strongest wizard, and if you didn't join him, you'd die.
Yeah, I guess.
Like, what's it called? Sirius's brother was a Death
Okay,
Eater.
but why would you help him come back then after he's gone?
They didn't. None did. They all ran away.
No,
Yeah.
some of them helped.
The only person that only like two of them helped, and that was the guy who used the Polyjuice potion to be Mad Eye Moody, and Wormtail. And the only reason why Wormtail did so is because he had nowhere to run.
What about all those Death Eaters going crazy at the start of book 4?
What?
Remember when they attacked the World Cup?
Oh no! They
Were they just drunk?
yeah.
Really?
Yes.
That's
well,
the
imagine-
lore explanation.
Well, pretty much.
They were
it's-
fucking drunk and they started the full piss
well,
party.
Well, yeah, like all like the high uppity ones that went to the games. Pretty much, it'd be fun as like to scare people and put up like the dark, like not dark mark, like go around and fucking murder people and shit. Because they're still fucking evil. They're just like they pretend they're not. Well,
Harry
they're
Potter's
before,
confusing.
yeah. Well, they didn't know Voldemort had come back at that point, and then they saw the dark mark, and then they ran away because they're scared of.
You know, I'm just
Voldemort.
going to continue reading from this choke page. I
Yeah.
don't care about the house students anymore. Brick joke in chapter 17 when the Bullhurks take the Weasleys, Harry, and Dursleys to Euro Disneyland.
Euro Disneyland.
Wait, what?
Oh.
Why'd they take Harry Potter to Disneyland?
I don't know.
Isn't that a conflict of interest since there's Harry Potter Universal Studios?
That's a good question.
In chapter 19, one of the gods. Oh, great. You know those gods, that the powers of those guys that were mentioned in the description?
Yeah.
I bet they're characters in the story, and that's the OCs.
Let's see.
When one of the gods suggests that Lockhart should have sex with his student, as a result, all the other gods force him to stand in the corner for a year. 14 chapters later, and a little more than a year in story, the god is allowed to leave the corner.
What?
That's a brick joke. 14 years of guy not doing... No kill like Overkill. I imagine like they will have their powers, so Erza would literally just impale the troll with swords. Feel like a pincushion. Fucking bleeding everywhere.
Oh, but then if that's the case, then that situation with Hermione, Ron, and Harry, Hermione wouldn't have forgiven them. What?
Erza is immune to the basilisk because of her magic eye. Remember that? Remember when Erza gets turned to stone, and then she just comes back later because of her magic eye.
I don't. I think I
The eye lets them immune to illusions and stuff like that.
Vaguely, very vaguely.
Okay. Thanks to Harry's teasing, Ginny becomes a Cinderay. When is Harry tease? I guess he's literally
It's
got.
only in the story,
I guess
I
he's
guess.
literally got 4 girls on each arm at this point, so I guess he doesn't need Ginny anymore. Oh,
What? I'm so confused. I'm guessing in this story they're like Harry's gonna be teasing Ginny and she's gonna become a Cinderay.
she became a Cinderay.
She
That's
became
how-
a Cinderay.
That happens in the story.
It's not like you, Barker. Which I mean, Harry already kind of knows.
That she does.
Yeah,
It's
he
very
knew he knew
obvious.
since like book 2.
Okay.
Well, I think it was obvious since book 2. Anyway.
Just fucking whatever.
And then she isn't interested in him later, and then he gets interested in her, and then they get interested in each other.
Man, Harry
It's
Potter
weird.
does not do romance well.
It's weird. It's just complicated. It's like, yeah,
So
I'm
much like
interested-
everyone in the movie, everyone in the series is a child.
Hmm. And the teenagers, so
Yeah,
teenage hormones.
Teenage hormones.
Teenage hormones.
Now moving on to fun facts.
Harry loved Chinese girls.
On the website fanfiction.net, there are a total of 275 crossover fanfics between Harry Potter and Fairy Tale.
Oh,
The most favourite of these stories is simply titled Fairy Tale by Araceil. It has just over 46,000 favourites.
46,000.
No, 4,600.
4,600. Okay.
And its descriptions read when Dursley throws a book at his cousin's head, no one could have known the revolution it would spark in years to come. I want to start my own guild, my own family. No pairings.
What?
What do you think happens in the story?
Harry forms the fairy tale guild?
He fucking reads a fiction novel.
Yeah.
Learns that part of the fiction is real when he has magic. And then fucking fuck you, I'm doing it.
So he makes his own guild.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
I mean, that's pretty much it. This was a short episode, now that I think about it.
This is a pretty short episode. Yeah, there wasn't that much.
Crossover episodes are probably going to be really short. So, Peter, on the fly,
Yeah.
I'm going to do one more section. It's only going to be unique to crossover episodes.
Okay.
If you were to write a crossover fanfiction in yourself, what would you do with these characters?
With the Harry Potter characters and fairy tales?
Yes, what is your idea for a good crossover between these two?
Oh, You gotta let me think about this a bit. What would be a good? Because I don't know. I love fairy tales. A lot of flashy action, and it's all about like they're all super fucking strong. And Harry Potter, it's a lot about them being in the school and lessons and what happens with Voldemort.
Not every single attack in Harry Potter ends with a giant explosion, unlike Fairy Tale.
True.
Remember that time Erza destroyed a building just by looking at it?
No. What?
Good, because that didn't happen.
I was fucking. What? Why'd you bring that up?
Remember the guy who could just walk through walls because he's so powerful?
I do remember that. I remember him.
I'm going to play a clip of that right now so everyone can see what I'm talking about. He's so strong. His power is to break things.
Yeah,
It even works on magic. Could the Abracadabra curse even hit him?
That's a really good
Could
question.
he just stick out his name is Gildarts, by the way, for reference. Could he just stick out his hand and just dissipate the attack? Because everyone in Fairy Tail's super fast, so chances are they're not going to get hit anyway.
I don't know.
This is the mismatch.
Oh my god, yeah. If I was to make a fan fiction of the two, I would probably.
I'm thinking of something funny. Come on, say
I don't
it.
know. It would be the Harry Potter characters in the Fairy Tale universe.
Yes.
But I'd go for something generic as
Harry Potter and Fairy Tale.
Yeah.
Ooh, that doesn't happen often.
And I'd go for that manga old trope of getting transported to another world because they need help.
Are you saying that you want an isekai?
Isekai?
You're gonna isekai to get Harry Potter and Fairy Tale?
Yeah. I'd be like, we need your help.
Why would they need Harry's help?
I don't know.
Harry, we need your help to shoot a speller Elvis at this guy who can shoot death.
It'll be one of those ones where Harry doesn't need his wand, and he's like he's old. It's after Hogwarts. And he's like in his 20s or 30s or whatever.
So he hasn't got kids yet? He's got kids yet?
I don't actually know at what point they have kids. They obviously have kids, but I don't know how old Harry is.
I'll look it up while you continue.
But and so because he gets skilled enough not to use a wand, and then he becomes like, and then he's a melee ranged spellcaster.
Are you saying you want Harry Potter to become a fairy tale wizard?
Yes.
I can't find it. I give up. Harry's like in his 20s when his kids are born.
And he has kids young. Him and Ginny get on.
Well, apparently she had time to become a world famous Quidditch player.
Yeah. Apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah,
still
she
have
continued.
2 children.
Harry probably looked after him.
Wait a minute. Is Lupin's child still in Hogwarts? Because we can use that as an estimation.
Lupin's what?
Lupin's kid.
Oh yeah.
Teddy.
Yeah.
Teddy bear.
He is when Harry has kids.
And that means Harry's still in his early 30s.
Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, what? he disappears, and so he wants to get back to his world, but he has to help them in the fairy tale universe defeat Aklanogia.
Why defeat Acnologia?
I don't know, just specifically.
He might have a better death in that fanfiction.
Yeah,
than he does in the
yeah,
actual.
and instead of the disappointing one punch defeat, there's an actual fight, and it's actually difficult.
And it's actually everyone gets a shot.
And everyone actually gets a shot, and it's all about friendship. And then Harry does the final play.
Turns his wand into a lightsaber.
Yeah.
slashes
He still has the wand, but he doesn't need it. But then he later on he can channel it into like a sword.
Yeah, like a laser sword.
Yeah,
Magic laser sword.
Yeah, and Erza falls in love with him.
We're gonna workshop that. Someone can write if they want.
Yeah, you go ahead. I'm not gonna trademark that shit.
And we'll check back in later on the next crossover episode when you think of a good idea.
Oh, shut up! Nah, that was the best idea.
Thank you, everybody, for listening to this episode 4, the shortest one we've ever done.
I thought this was episode 5.
No, this is episode 4.
Oh wow, okay.
What, you thought you did more work than you did?
No, yeah, I thought we did. I thought we've done.
You lazy bum.
Oh no.
We did 3 episodes before this one, and the next one is the one that you're gonna host.
Alright.
So next week we're gonna be doing something a bit different.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be a crossover episode again. It's gonna be a live reading. Now I promised this in week 1, and now thanks to Peter's ineptitude.
Wait, I was sick. Fuck off.
Ineptitude. That episode's going to be a week later than it should be. But we're finally going to do it. We're going to read the... Peter, what'd you call it again? That thing,
My Immortal.
That thing you keep talking about. Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna be reading My Immortal.
Well, I guess we'll try to get through a couple of chapters. I think we're going to try and get it up to 40 minutes at least, and then we can stop if we want.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe we'll go for 6 hours. No promises.
6 hours.
No promises.
Mm-hmm.
If you liked the video, please subscribe. It would make me feel good. It would make Peter feel good.
Yeah.
And remember to like, because YouTube doesn't seem to like our videos for some reason.
Yeah.
I searched the exact title and I still can't find it.
Nope.
All right.
Say
goodbye, Peter.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye bye.